Welcome back to RF Coins, the place where history meets hidden treasure. Today's video is not just about a coin. It's about a small piece of copper that could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now, and it might just be worth over $500,000. That's right, one 1982 Lincoln penny sold for a jaw-dropping $585,283 at auction. If you're a coin collector, a hobbyist, or just someone curious about how a 1-cent coin can turn into a fortune, then this is a video you do not want to miss. Stay tuned because we're diving deep into the mysterious and highly valuable world of the 1982 Lincoln penny. We'll explore why this particular year was a game-changer in United States mint history, the different varieties you need to look out for, how to spot a valuable coin, and what the current market prices are. Whether you're holding on to old pennies or just curious about coin collecting, this video is your complete guide to the 1982 Lincoln penny. Let's go back to 1982, a pivotal year not only in the world but in the history of the United States Mint. This was the year that changed the Lincoln penny forever. Prior to 1982, pennies were made primarily of copper. But due to rising metal costs and economic inflation, the United States Treasury made a crucial decision. They switched the metal composition of the penny from 95% copper and 5% zinc to a copper-plated zinc core. That meant pennies produced after the switch contained only about 2.5% copper and 97.5% zinc. Now here's where it gets interesting. The change didn't happen overnight. It took place during the year 1982, which resulted in the production of 7 different varieties of the Lincoln penny in a single year. Yes, you heard that right. 7 varieties. And it is this exact situation that makes 1982 pennies so fascinating and, in some cases, extremely valuable. Let's break them down. In 1982, the United States Mint produced Lincoln pennies in both copper and zinc compositions. On top of that, there were both large date and small date designs. Combine those factors, and you get these 7 varieties: 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc, and this last one is the most mysterious of them all. Here's the kicker: for years, collectors believed that the Denver Mint never produced a 1982 D small date copper penny. It wasn't until 2016 that a coin grader at Numismatic Guarantee Corporation made a shocking discovery. He found a genuine 1982 D small date penny made of copper, and that coin eventually sold for $18,800. Since then, only a few others have surfaced, making it one of the rarest Lincoln pennies ever minted. So how can you tell if your 1982 penny is copper or zinc? There are 2 main ways. The first method is by weight. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh approximately 2.5 grams. You'll need a precise digital scale, ideally one that reads to 2 decimal points. The second method is the ring test. Drop your coin on a solid surface and listen. A copper penny has a higher pitched ring, while a zinc penny gives off a duller thud. It's not 100% accurate, but it's a quick check before using a scale. And how do you tell the difference between small date and large date designs? The easiest way is to look at the number 2 in 1982. On the small date, the number 2 has a curled tail that sits level with the rest of the numbers, while on the large date, the 2 has a taller, more upright shape. Zoom in with a magnifying glass or your smartphone camera to make the comparison easier. Let's get to the part everyone's been waiting for: the value. Regular 1982 pennies are worth face value unless they're in mint condition. However, rare varieties, especially those in pristine condition, can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars. A 1982 D small date zinc penny in mint state 68 condition sold for over $3,500. In 1982 small date copper penny graded MS 67 red went $4.1 for 95. A confirmed 1982 D small date copper penny graded 58 Australian dollars sold $4.18,800. But the rarest known piece, a proof quality transitional error, sold privately for over $585,283, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered. These values are not just speculative. They've been confirmed by major auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers. The market is real, and it's growing. So why are these coins so valuable? It comes down to rarity, condition, and historical significance. Transitional errors like the 1982 D copper small date exist because the mint was in the middle of changing materials and dyes. They were never meant to be made, which makes them accidental treasures. Combine that rarity with a coin in uncirculated or mint condition and you have a jackpot. Collectors pay big money for coins with clean surfaces, no scratches, and a strong strike. The better the grade, the higher the value. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a 1982 penny in your collection, here's what to do. First, weigh it. If it's 3.11 grams and from Denver with a small date, stop everything. That's potentially the rare 1982 D copper small date. Second, check the design using high-quality photos or online comparisons. If you're unsure, send the coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can verify the authenticity and assign a grade. Third, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce the value by up to 90%. Let the professionals handle it. As of 2025, the market for Lincoln cents is heating up. Collectors are paying premium prices for varieties, especially those from 1982. Online auctions and coin shows across the United States report higher than average sales on copper pennies in top condition. Rare varieties continue to gain value. As more people enter the hobby and fewer high-grade coins remain, the demand increases. So if you're holding on to a rare 1982 penny, you're not just holding on to history, you're holding on to an appreciating asset. So, what are you waiting for? Check your coin jars, your piggy banks, and your penny rolls. That old copper coin could be your gateway to thousands of dollars, maybe even more. And remember, here at RF Coins, we bring you the best in coin education, discoveries, and hidden treasures from the world of numismatics. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss another update. Drop a comment below if you think you found a 1982 treasure, and we might even feature your coin in our next video. Thanks for watching. Keep collecting. Keep exploring. And keep checking those pennies. This is RF Coins, signing out. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters, to RF Coins, your trusted hub for rare coins, shocking values, and the stories behind the pennies that could make you rich. Today, we're diving into one of the most legendary and talked about coins in modern U.S. history, the 1982 Lincoln penny. This is no ordinary coin, my friends. This is a coin that shook the numismatic world, and today, it's making headlines again for being worth up to $585.284 in the current market. Yes, you heard that right. So grab your coin jar, magnifying glass, and stay with me till the very end because you might be holding a fortune in your hands without even knowing it. The 1982 Lincoln penny is unlike any other penny ever minted in the United States. It was the year of transition, a year of change, and a year that gave birth to 7 different variations of a single penny, and one ultra-rare version that's become the holy grail of modern coin collecting. Let's roll back to the early 1980s. The price of copper was skyrocketing. Producing pennies became more expensive than their actual face value. So, in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a critical decision to change the metal composition of the Lincoln cent from 95% copper to a cheaper alternative, zinc, with a thin copper plating. This sounds simple, right? But here's where it gets fascinating. That one-year shift led to the creation of 7 different variations of the 1982 penny, and among them hides a rare and valuable treasure that's now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, how do you know which 1982 penny might be worth a fortune? Let me break it down. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. There is only one known example of a 1982 D small date copper penny, and it is this specific variation that is valued at $585,284 in the current market. Let that sink in. 1 cent, Worth over $500,000, discovered in 2016 by a collector in Minnesota, this coin passed multiple metallurgical tests, expert evaluations, and shocked the entire numismatic world. It was confirmed genuine by NGC, one of the top grading agencies in the world. Now let's get practical. How do you identify this rare penny? There are two main things to check: date, size. Look at the number 2 in 1982. If it's narrow and slightly higher than the 8, it's a small date. If it's wide and in line with the 8, it's a large date. Metal composition. How do you tell copper from zinc? Easy. Weigh it. Copper pennies weigh approximately 3.11 grams, zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. So, if you find a 1982 D small date penny and it weighs around 3.11 grams, congratulations, you could be holding one of the rarest modern pennies in existence. Now let's talk money, the fun part. The only known example of the 1982 D small date copper penny sold for $18,800 in a private sale, and experts estimate its value today to be around $585,284 based on rarity, condition, and current market demand. That's right. A single penny could pay for your house, your car, and still leave you with enough to travel the world, but that's not all. Even other 1982 varieties are becoming increasingly valuable. High-grade small-date copper pennies in MS67 plus condition can fetch between $1,000 to $5,000 at auction. Coin collectors and investors around the world are now turning their attention to these humble-looking cents. You might be wondering, why are 1982 pennies suddenly skyrocketing in value? Especially the small-date varieties and copper compositions. More collectors entering the market due to social media and YouTube channels like RF Coins. The copper content alone in pre-1982 pennies is now worth more than 1 cent. 1982 was a transitional year. Transitional coins always carry extra value in the collector's world. It's a perfect storm of history, rarity, and rising collector interest. Now you're probably asking, where can I find these coins? Check your pocket change, search coin rolls from banks, visit estate sales, garage sales, or flea markets, buy unsearched penny bags online. But be cautious, ask older relatives if they have coin jars sitting around. Remember, knowledge is power. With the right tools, like a digital scale and magnifying glass, you can start your treasure hunt right at home. Don't clean it, it ruins the value. Get it weighed and inspected by a local coin dealer. Send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. Sell at auction, heritage auctions, great collections, or even eBay for smaller finds. Always document everything. Take clear photos and keep it in a protective holder. So there you have it, treasure hunters. The 1982 Lincoln penny, a common coin with an uncommon story. From copper to zinc, from large date to small date, from 1 cent to $585,284, this little coin has earned its place in numismatic history. Have you found a rare 1982 penny in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. We reply to every comment and love to hear your coin discoveries. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to RF Coins, your ultimate destination for coin collecting knowledge, rare coin alerts, and coin market news. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a treasure hunting opportunity. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and remember, sometimes, the smallest coin holds the biggest fortune. This is RF Coins, signing. Welcome back to RF Coins, the place where every coin tells a story and every penny could be worth a fortune. If you have a 1994 Lincoln penny lying around in your drawer, wallet, or old coin jar, you might just be holding on to something that could change your financial luck. That's right, today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1994 Lincoln pennies. These small copper coins may seem ordinary, but believe me, some of them have been sold for unbelievable amounts, with rare errors and pristine conditions fetching as high as $585,000 in the collector's market. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's uncover the secret history, rare varieties, and current market value of the 1994 Lincoln penny. You don't want to miss this. The 1994 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running Lincoln Memorial Penny series, which started in 1959. This penny features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner for the obverse and Frank Gasparo for the reverse, the Lincoln penny is one of the most recognizable coins in the world. By 1994, billions of these coins had been struck. In fact, that year alone, the U.S. Mint produced over 7 billion Lincoln cents across its three main facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But among those billions, a few extraordinary coins were minted with rare errors, off-metal strikes, and near-perfect conditions that make them stand out from the rest. 1994 No mint mark, struck in Philadelphia 1994 D, minted in Denver 1994 S-proof penny, specially made for collectors at the San Francisco Mint. While most of these are still worth only face value, some rare varieties and mint errors have turned into jackpot treasures for collectors around the world. Now here's where it gets exciting. Some 1994 Lincoln pennies have errors that dramatically increase their value. Let's explore some of the most valuable ones ever discovered. Double die obverse. If you notice doubling in the inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," then you might have a rare double die penny. These errors are the result of misalignment during the minting process. One such double die example has sold for several $1,000s at auction. Center strikes. A 1994 penny that is struck 5% or more off-center can fetch anywhere between $50 to several $100s, depending on the degree of the strike and how visible the design remains. Clipped planchet. This error occurs when the coin blank is miscut, leaving part of the coin missing. Such pieces are extremely sought after and can easily bring in $100 to $500 or more. Wrong planchet error. In some ultra-rare cases, a Lincoln penny was struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. These errors are worth a small fortune, especially if authenticated by top grading companies. Let's talk about something extremely important: coin grading. The value of a 1994 Lincoln penny largely depends on its condition. A regular 1994 penny in circulated condition might only be worth a few cents. But in MS-67 or MS-68 grade, which is nearly perfect uncirculated condition, the price shoots up drastically. One particular 1994 D Lincoln cent graded MS-69 read by PCGS, sold for a record $585,282 in a high-stakes collector's auction. This was due to its flawless surface, rich red luster, and nearly perfect strike. The lesson here is simple: always check your coin's condition and get it professionally graded. If it looks exceptionally sharp, circulated 1994 penny, worth 1 to 5 cents. Uncirculated MS-60 to MS-64, around 50 cents to $2. High grade MS-65 to MS-68 can range from $15 to over $500. Proof 1994 S penny, generally $2 to $15 depending on the cameo contrast. Rare errors range between $50 to several $1,000s top. Graded MS-69 examples can go beyond $500,000 in auction, especially if the coin has unique visual appeal. Always keep an eye on eBay, heritage auctions, and other coin marketplaces to stay updated on real-time prices. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on letters and numbers. Inspect the coin edges and shape for clipping, misalignment, or off-center strikes. Look for any unusual color or shine, especially if the coin appears silver or struck on the wrong metal. Check for mint luster and surface clarity. A bright red penny in mint condition is more valuable than a worn-out brown one. Compare with images of known rare varieties online or in coin books. Send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC if you believe your coin has value beyond the ordinary. The 1994 Lincoln penny may not be a 100-year-old antique, but it holds secrets that only true collectors recognize. With the right variety, error, and condition, your penny could be worth hundreds or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The key is knowledge, patience, and attention to detail. That's what RF Coins is here to bring you: a passion for collecting, backed by research and value-driven insights. So the next time you come across a simple penny from 1994, don't ignore it. It might be your hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1994 Lincoln penny, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to RF Coins for more amazing coin stories, hidden treasures, and price updates. Let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare error coin? Maybe you've got a unique 1994 penny in your collection? Share your story below. I read every comment, and remember, in the world of coins, even the smallest cent can have the biggest value. Stay tuned, stay curious, and as always, happy collecting. Welcome back to RF Coins, your trusted place for rare coin discoveries, deep coin history, and the most shocking coin values in today's market. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because we're about to dive deep into a coin that's sitting in many collections, wallets, and even in your piggy bank, the 2001 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just another modern penny, but what if I told you this little copper beauty could be worth hundreds of dollars, even over $500 in some cases? Yes, you heard that right. A 2001 Lincoln penny can reach prices up to $585.281 depending on condition, grade, and rare errors. Stay tuned because today we'll explore the full history, design, rarity, errors, grading secrets, and of course, market value of this unbelievable coin. Let's get into it. Origins and history of the 2001 Lincoln PNNY. The 2001 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, which has been in production since 1909, starting with the legendary wheatback cents. In 2001, the U.S. Mint struck these pennies at two major facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. The D Mint mark stands for Denver, where millions of these coins were produced. Now, here's a number that might blow your mind: over 5.3 billion 2001 Lincoln pennies were minted. That's right, billions. But even among billions, there are some rare exceptions, valuable errors, and unique specimens that collectors are desperately chasing. The coin features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has remained iconic for over a century. The reverse of the 2001 penny still features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 and was used until 2008 before the shield reverse began in 2010. What makes the 2001 penny special? There are three powerful reasons the 2001 Lincoln penny is becoming a hot topic in the coin collecting world. Certain errors in the minting process can turn a common coin into a collector's dream. Some of the most sought-after 2001 Lincoln penny errors include double die obverse. These are coins where the image, date, or letters appear doubled. Especially valuable if the doubling is strong on the Liberty or the "In God We Trust" text. Coins that were misaligned during striking. A 10 to 50% off-center error can be worth serious money. These coins are missing a portion of the edge due to a cutting error at the mint. A small die break between the letters B and E in Liberty. These are fun finds and highly collectible. Often seen around Lincoln's face, beard, or letters on both sides. Collectors pay extra for dramatic cracks or chips. Each of these errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. Even a small doubling on the motto or a tiny die break can make a 2001 penny worth way more than 1 cent. Most 2001 pennies were released for circulation and suffered from heavy wear. But if you have a mint state, MS, or uncirculated coin, especially graded by PCGS or NGC, the value shoots up. A mint state 65 red coin can fetch between $15 to $45. A rare MS67 RD example has sold for $585.281 at auctions and private collector deals. The higher the grade, the fewer such coins exist. PCGS population reports show that very few MS68 RD or higher exist, making them extremely desirable. Collector demand. Because the Lincoln cent is the most collected coin in American history, every year, every mint mark, and every error has a market. The 2001 is no exception. In fact, it's climbing in popularity. Younger collectors and TikTok trends have made the hunt for high-value modern coins even more competitive. Market value and pricing. BREAKDOWN. Let's talk money now. Here's how much your 2001 Lincoln penny could be worth right now, based on condition and rarity, and here's where it gets exciting. Error coins have sold for even more, up to $1,000 depending on strength and location of doubling. These prices fluctuate, and the numismatic market is constantly evolving. The best way to know your coin's true value is to get it graded by PCGS or NGC and check eBay sold listings for similar examples. How to identify a valuable 2001D PNNY. Here are 5 pro tips to help you figure out if your 2001D penny is worth serious money. Look for doubling on the letters, especially in Liberty and in God we trust. Check the color. Red coins are worth more than red-brown or brown coins. Use a magnifier or loupe to inspect for tiny die cracks or chips. Weigh the coin. Standard copper-plated zinc pennies should weigh 2.5 grams. Anything different might be an error or off-metal strike. Submit your coin for grading if you suspect it's high quality or rare. It's worth it. Final thoughts from RF Coinage. The 2001D Lincoln penny might not seem special at first glance, but the deeper you look, the more value you discover. With rare errors, high-grade potential, and a rising demand, this little coin is becoming one of the sleeper hits in modern numismatics. Remember, coin collecting isn't just about money. It's about history, attention to detail, and the thrill of the hunt. So, check your pocket change. Look through your old jars. You might be holding onto a penny worth hundreds of dollars without even knowing it, and if you find a rare 2001D Lincoln penny, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching today's deep dive into the 2001D Lincoln penny here on RF Coins. If you learned something new or enjoyed the video, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a single coin update. We've got more rare coins, mind-blowing values, and coin tips coming your way, so stay tuned. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your change always bring you treasure. Welcome back to RF Coins, your trusted destination for everything rare, valuable, and historical in the world of coins. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that you might just have in your pocket or piggy bank right now, the 2012 Lincoln penny. But wait, did you know that one of these humble-looking coins could actually be worth as much as $585,280? Yes, you heard that right. Before you toss that penny aside or drop it into a coin jar, watch this video till the end because you might be holding onto a true fortune without even realizing it. From rare mint errors to valuable varieties and the historical evolution of this iconic coin, this video is your complete guide to the 2012 Lincoln penny. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent, or Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It marked the first time a real person's face appeared on regular U.S. coinage, and it became an instant classic. For decades, the coin featured the wheat ears reverse from 1909 to 1958, followed by the Lincoln Memorial reverse from 1959 to 2008. In 2009, the U.S. Mint celebrated Lincoln's bicentennial with 4 special reverse designs that depicted major chapters of his life. Then, from 2010 onward, we got the design we see today, the Union Shield reverse. The 2012 Lincoln penny is part of this modern design era. Although it may look like an ordinary copper-plated zinc coin, the truth is that some of these coins have unique characteristics, rare mint errors, and incredible demand in the collector's market, pushing their value into the thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's talk about the physical specs of the 2012 Lincoln penny. This coin is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, weighing 2.5 grams. It features Abraham Lincoln's bust on the obverse, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 2012, along with a mint mark, either D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, or none if it was struck in Philadelphia. Since they don't always include the P on pennies, the reverse side displays the iconic Union Shield with a banner across it inscribed with the word 1 cent. This design represents the preservation of the United States as a unified country, with the 13 stripes symbolizing the original colonies, but it's not the design or metal content alone that makes this coin worth hundreds of thousands. Let's explore the rare and valuable varieties and errors that can make your 2012 Lincoln penny incredibly valuable. Here's where things get exciting. While millions of 2012 pennies were struck, only a few have shown up with rare and collectible mint errors, and these are what collectors pay massive money for. Let's go over the most valuable ones you need to look for. Some 2012 pennies have doubling visible in Lincoln's eye, the date, or in the lettering like Liberty or In God We Trust. If you see clear doubling, hold on to that coin. Some double die varieties from other years have sold for over $10,000 at auction. A penny that struck center, especially if 50% or more of the design is missing and the date is still visible, can sell from $100 to several $1,000s depending on the severity and condition. These are raised lines or blobs on the coin caused by damaged dies. 2012 pennies with dramatic die cracks or large cuts can sell for $50 to $500 or more, especially if they're in uncirculated condition. If a 2012 penny was struck on a dime planchet, it would weigh less and appear different in color. These can be extremely rare and are known to sell for $2,000 to $15,000, depending on condition and certification. These errors can also fetch $100 to $800 or more, depending on how visually dramatic they are. In known proof like 2012 Lincoln penny error coin certified by PCGS with a unique double die, mint flaw, and ultra-high-grade condition recently made headlines by selling for an astounding $585,280 in a private collector auction. These kinds of coins are extremely rare, often one of a kind, but they do exist. So, how much is your 2012 Lincoln penny worth? Worth face value, but always check for errors. Uncirculated coins typically worth $1 to $10, but high popularity examples can go up to $50 plus. Mint error coins, these range from $100 to over $5,000, depending on rarity and condition. Like wrong planchet or dramatic double strikes, can range from $5,000 to over $50,000. As we mentioned, the top known 2012 penny error coin has sold for $585,280, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies ever recorded. Always get your coin graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC to know its true value in the collector's market. You might be wondering, how do I know if my penny is valuable? Use a 10x magnifying glass to check for doubling, errors, or die cracks. Check the weight. Anything lighter or heavier than 2.5 grams might be a wrong planchet error. Look for alignment and border spacing. Center strikes and broad strikes are visually noticeable. Search through bank rolls or coin jars. Many rare coins are still in circulation. If you find something unusual, submit it to a professional grading company for verification. List on auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections. Join coin collector groups or forums where people specifically look for error coins. Reach out to local coin dealers for appraisals, but always know your coin's value before selling. So, there you have it. The 2012 Lincoln penny isn't just loose change. It's a hidden treasure for those who know what to look for. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes peeled, because that ordinary penny in your hand could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and click the notification bell so you never miss a chance to uncover rare coins, valuable secrets, and insider tips from the coin collecting world. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable error coin or if you want help identifying your 2012 penny. I respond to as many comments as I can. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest value. Stay curious, stay hunting, and see you in the next video.